All right, in this video, I'm going to do sample problems that are similar to the ones on the third writing assignment, which is on Math for Teachers in Canvas. The three problems there, they're similar to the ones on the actual writing assignment number 3. Okay, so problem number 1 is this. Let's say I want to convert 327.43 degrees into degrees, minutes, and seconds. All right, in this case here, we need to know that 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. And this mark represents minutes. And also 1 minute is 60 seconds. The 2 marks there represent seconds. This 1 mark represents minutes. That's something that you're going to need to know there. 1 degree is 60 minutes. 1 minute is 60 seconds. All right, so let's start off with the 327.43 degrees. And I want to convert that into degrees, minutes, and seconds. Well, the 327 degrees I'm going to leave as is. It's the decimal part that I need to change to minutes and seconds. So here I'm going to take that 0.43 and multiply it by, since 1 degree is 60 seconds, I need to multiply 0.43 times 60 seconds. So I got 327 degrees and then plus 0.43 times 60. Okay, so if we was to do 0.43 times 60, that would give me 25.8 minutes. So this would be 25.8, and that would be in minutes. But I'm not done yet because I can't leave this as a decimal part in minutes. I need to take that decimal part and change it to seconds. I know that 1 minute is 60 seconds. So let's do this. Bring down the 327 degrees plus this 25 will be in minutes plus the 0.8. I need to multiply that by 60 seconds because the 0.8 minutes needs to be converted to seconds. So I know a minute is 60 seconds. So let's take 0.8 and multiply that by 60 seconds. And in this case, this will end up being, I'll write this as 327 degrees and then 25 minutes. 0.8 times 60 will end up being 48. And in minutes. So in degrees, minutes, and seconds, 327.43 degrees will be 327 degrees, 25 minutes, 48 seconds. Okay. Now, problem number 2 is this. Let's say I have 252 degrees, 38 minutes, 17 seconds. And I want to convert that to a decimal in degrees, rounded to the nearest 100. In other words, I want to round it to 2 decimal places. So in this case here, I will start with this. I'm going to leave the 252 degrees as is. I know that it takes 60 minutes to make up 1 degree. 60 minutes makes up 1 degree. So I'm going to do 38 minutes times, for 1 degree, that 1 degree goes in the numerator, and I'm converted from minutes to degrees. So the degrees in minutes, well, the minutes has to go in the denominator. The degree has to go on top. Okay. And then plus, yeah, I got 17 seconds here. I know 60 seconds makes up 1 minute. So I want to convert from minutes, from degrees, which has to go in the denominator, the 60 has to go in the denominator, to 1 minute, to minute. The 1 minute goes on top. But I'm not done yet because I need to convert all of that as a decimal value in degrees. And I know 1 degree is 60 minutes. So I need to convert from minutes, which means the 60 minutes has to go in the denominator, to degrees. So the 1 degree goes in the top. Now, when I simplify this, this will be 252 degrees plus, now in this case, your minutes divide out. So this will be 38 over 60 degrees plus, now for this, your seconds divide out and the minutes divide out. It will be in degrees here. So this means I'm gonna have 17 on top, and then 60 times 60 would be 3,600. And that too will be in degrees. Okay. Now this we can do in the calculator by just doing, let's say, I'm gonna do 38 divided by 60. And I know this is gonna be 0.63 repeating. And then plus, and I'm gonna do 17 divided by 3,600. I'm saying 0.0047. Okay. Now, when I add those decimal values, they're 0.63333 and 252. And if I round this off to 2 decimal places, this would be approximately 252 point, I'm gonna say 64 degrees. 252.64 degrees. Okay, and unfortunately, I do not have my calculator with me, but pretty much this can be done in, pretty much these decimal values I had to use the calculator in order to come up with those numbers. Okay, so to the nearest 100, it'll be approximately 252 degrees, 38 minutes, 17 seconds will be 252.64 degrees. And finally, number 3, if M is parallel to N, and M is the measure of angle 8 is equal to 131 degrees, what are the measures of the other angles here? Okay, so here's angle 8, and the measure of that is 131 degrees. Okay, so that means I need to find the measures of the remaining 7 angles. All right, in this case, if we know the measure of angle 8, that's 131 degrees. So here we have to use some of the properties of parallel lines in order to find the other angles here. Like, let's say I know angle 6 and angle 8 are a pair of vertical angles, and there is a property that says that vertical angles are equal. So if the measure of angle 8 is 131, then the measure of angle 6 must also be 131 degrees. Okay. And I also know something else here. If I compare angle 8 with angle 4, since M and N, lines M and N are parallel lines, that means I have corresponding angles here. And of course, corresponding angles are going to be congruent in measure. So that means if angle 8 has a measure of 131, angle 4 must also have a measure of 131. And I can compare angle 8 with angle 7, because those two form a straight line. And a straight line has an angle measure of 180 degrees. So if angle 8 is 131 degrees, then angle 7 must be 180 minus 131, which will be 49 degrees. So the measure of angle 7 is going to be 49 degrees. And compare angle 7 with angle 3. Those are a pair of corresponding angles. Okay, so I had two parallel lines cut by this transversal. That means that these corresponding angles are going to be equal in measure. So if the measure of angle 7 is 49 degrees, the measure of angle 3 must also be 49 degrees. Okay. I'll go ahead and mark this off. Well, angle 3 and angle 1 are vertical angles as well. They're congruent. So if angle 3 is 49 degrees, that means that the measure of angle 1 must also be 49 degrees. Okay. And also, angle 6, if I compare that to angle 2, that's another pair of corresponding angles. They're congruent in measure, so that means if the measure of angle 6 is 131 degrees, the measure of angle 2 must also be 131 degrees. And I got one more angle to do, and that's the measure of angle 5. Well, compare that to, well, there are two ways you can do this. You can compare 5 and 7 and say that they're vertical angles, or you can compare angle 5 with angle 1 and say that they're corresponding angles. They're equal in measure. So if angle 1 is 49, then angle 5 must also be 49. The vertical angles, if 7 is 40, if angle 7 has a measure of 49 degrees, then the measure of angle 5 has to be 49 degrees. Okay, and that completes problem number 3. Okay, so this should assist you with completing the actual writing assignment for Math for Teachers 2, and it's located on Canvas. Make sure that you not only do the math, you also provide a detailed explanation of how you worked each problem out and explain it in a way for someone who has never seen this type of problem before, okay? 15 points is just for the math. The other 10 is providing that detailed explanation, okay? Please feel free to contact me if you have any questions about the assignment.